guys, what's going on? F on my pawn here, and welcome back. I wanted to try getting back into Grim Dawn today. I could have gone through all the other streams, but honestly, I just needed a blank slate just to refresh my palette. I figured Grim Dawn would be a good start to just get things into the mojo, because I quite enjoyed this game. Now, I could go about playing Steve, but I've decided that I'm going to be playing a new character. What I'm intentionally doing is I think I'm going to be trying to go as the hardest difficulty again and just cycle through those, because you can get permanent bonuses with each of these characters depending on the difficulty. I'll probably do the same thing I did with Steve and just go with a similar aspect there. But I'm not going to be playing a Lich. That is not going to be the go-to this time. So, what I am thinking is I want to play a mad... Oh, I actually went into the game. My bad. What I want to do is I want to play a caster. So I'm going to create a character. Let's go with male. Let's see. Stick to veteran. Do I want to go hardcore? Not really. Nah. If I'm feeling especially crazy, I'll probably go hardcore, but I'm not going to do that this time. So let's just call this, let's call him Kevin. Let's call this new character Kevin. Why not? Alright, we want to go for main campaign, I guess. We don't need a custom game. Crucible would be interesting, because I haven't shown that off as much yet. But we'll focus on the main campaign, because that's what I want to go for. I guess, yeah, no, eventually we will have to go to Elite and Ultimate, but I digress. That'll be a worry for next time. For now, let's just focus on Kevin. We've got all the DLC, I do believe, so we should be good there. I'm not sure. We'll see. We have already gone through the intro, so I'm not going to go through that again. If you want to see the intro, you can just watch the first series, but yeah. We're just going to start with this
Still
character.
Drawing breath, I see. You're one lucky bastard, I'll give you that. Best go speak to Captain Bourbon right away. He seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life.
I will still go through the dialogue options, because why not? We'll see how things go. What happened? How did I get here?
You were possessed. So we strung you up. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans. He sees some purpose in you, and I'm not going to argue.
Where can I find this captain, then?
He's, up the road, in the courtyard. Don't make me regret cutting you down.
Be on my way, then. And as you can imagine, it's going to take scrap and iron bits to get those various new areas unlocked. So that will be something that will take time to do. But hey, that's how it goes. Now, this is inventory, this is the loot filter. As of right now, every bit matters. That's the quest log. Okay, those are achievements. Trying to see what the keys do. Okay, so that's map. Okay, those are the factions. I'm not sure what faction I'm going to be going with this time. But I'll see what there is. Okay, so A is auto walk. And let's see. We can't access talents yet, I do believe, so... Yeah, we need to level up before we can access that. Which is not surprising.
So you're the one we almost...
Okay, I don't need to talk with him. We'll just worry about the
You're not
quests
looking
more
too
than
bad for
anything.
someone just come back from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally, I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable, someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Right now, you're that person. Prove your worth to me, and the survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you.
Alright, what is it you want me to do?
The bodies of the dead are rising again in some horrible unlife. Corpses don't just get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We have observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the burial hill, just beyond town. I want you to go to the burial hill, find whatever is controlling these abominations, and destroy it.
Alright, where can I find the burial hill?
You will need to fight your way through Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there will be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms too. Help us in our hour of need, and I will open Devil's Crossing to you.
Alright, I'll find what's reanimating those corpses.
We'll give you a good price.
Alright,
What I've got left.
that's inventory, or at least shopping. That is the rift that we can access.
You might.
Alright, nothing there. We can't really do anything in town just yet, so... On the other night, we're gonna play. Okay. And yeah, pretty much we just gotta deal with some soldier or rotting undead and all that, so there you go. Shouldn't be impossible to deal with. Got a cloth scrap, which will give us some defensive abilities. My goal here is to play a mage this time around, I'm thinking. So you're gonna see me playing very high burst damage. Or at least that is the intended plan. I'm not sure whether I'll be going to a range or going in a range or not, but we'll have to see. At the very least, with enough kills, I should be able to commit to victory here. Rather easily, no less. Here we go. Just got to avoid the poison, which seems to be a constant problem. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. Now, I do think there is something I can do with Steve where I can just transfer some benefits, but I will do that off camera next stream. Because I do believe it would help us if we were to do that, so I might as well get the benefits where I can. But I'll get those in a bit. I don't need to transfer anything from Steve right this moment, so... yeah. Okay, so S and C. So now we need to decide what we're going to be playing. Because of what I wanted to go for, Arcanist seems like the right choice. I could also go Oathkeeper, which is interesting. Let's see, Shaman. I think I did Shaman before. I did Shaman with, yeah, I did Shaman with Necromancer, which is a really odd build, but it was interesting. I think Arcanist is what I need to go for, though, if I want to go into magic. I think I want to go into Kaldor's Tempest as a focus, but I'm not sure. There's the... let's see, what else is there? Oathkeeper. That's more a sword and shield build. Let's focus into Arcanist. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's put a point here. Okay, so I can invest a point in there. Let's see. Do I want Elemental Exchange? Let's see. Elemental Exchange causes the weapons of allies to hungrily absorb arcane energy from foes and return it to the form of elemental damage. Okay. So this is overall Elemental Exchange. Your energy gets reserved, but you get energy leech per second. And energy regeneration, no less. Okay. I guess the question is whether I want to go into Kaldor's Tempest or Flash Freeze. 5-meter radius, this is a 4.2-meter radius. But this comes at a 6-second skill recharge, where this doesn't. And this does 12% of main hand damage, no less. So if I were to channel Kaldor's Tempest, it would work off my damage, wouldn't it? Whereas this is just a set bonus damage. Kaldor's Tempest would scale, is the thing. Aether damage and lightning damage. Converted to chaos. Huh. There's a lot of things here. I just need to figure out what I'm going to use. Out of them all, the one that scales the most is Kaldor's Tempest. So going with that is probably the wisest choice. I can also invest into Inner Focus, which would give us some spirit and offensive ability. I think at the moment, though, we need to invest our points into getting Kaldor's Tempest to begin with, so we're going to focus on getting up to level 5, so that way we can level that up. We do not want Wrath of Agravix, because we want this to be a constant in our attacks. So once we hit level 5, or once we get enough skill points, we should be able to level that up to 5, and then get points that we need to start bursting. Oh, right. The character window. As it stands, there's no reason to not just invest in spirits. So yeah, we'll just get more spirit. There is a boat. I believe this takes us to an island, which will be a little bit difficult to fight. If I recall the enemies. Yep, level 5. We are not ready for those guys yet. Not yet, anyways. Alright. Okay. Gotta be careful. Here we go. As long as we avoid the acid, we should be fine. I don't think there's anything here, so we can just ignore it. But we can take out that pot. Not that there was anything there, but whatever. Every little destructible counts to getting more boons. And soon we'll be spamming spells upon spells upon spells, so that'll be nice. Here we go, a Searing Ember. That can't be bad. Right. Okay, nothing there, so we can just easily just hoop over here, see what's down. Just fire. Nothing too crazy. Okay, they're level 2. At least some of them are. A cloth scrap of mending. Nothing there. Here. And of course I can't forget the healing, so that's nice. Hey, level 3, nice. Okay, let's see. Shield Steel can go there, Searing Ember can go here. Let's see, what's better? This has more health regen. This has a better attack. It also attacks slightly faster. So weirdly enough, we want that, actually. Okay. We got 3 points. Take 2 points there, and then we take 1.2 Caldor's Tempest. There we go. That is going to net us some fire and aether damage. Now, I do believe Caldor's Tempest is basically just a spell that we can activate whenever we want. I won't be reading the notes this time around, unless, of course, it matters, but for now, we don't need it. Okay. Okay, so we've got basically an area of effects, weird thing. It's alright. It's probably early level, so that's probably why it's not doing as much as we want it to, so I'm going to assume that for now, at the very least, it will be fine. But we're definitely going to have to level it up and make it even better. There we go. Nothing food rations, nothing too crazy. Number of cloth scraps. We do want fire damage because I do believe this covers fire. Oh. Yeah, let's see. We get fire damage and aether damage, so equipping this is probably a little better. Then there's a physique, cunning, and spirit thing. I guess this would be slightly better than the defense. This is more damage. Well, slightly. It's basically fire damage, so With a chance of casting Fireball, no less. So there you go. There we go. Lore bonus. Another cloth scrap, lovely. Nothing there. Go in here. Yeah, I definitely need a bigger area of effect. I think that's the biggest thing that we're suffering from. Move that there. Oh, we got a boss. And we just spam this until we get enough. Here we go. Done. Isn't too bad. Let's see. Arug's Bloody Arm of Blood. We can wear this. It's slightly better than we've got currently. 8 Spirit and Cold Resistance. Does it scale off cold or spirit? Let's see. Yes. Magical damage is basically that. I'm not sure if elemental damage counts as magic damage though. I assume it does. Oh, there's a skip there. Yeah, well. Okay, we're gonna go that. There we go. These boots. At least we're getting more sellable items, so that's good. Alright, solid. And that's there. We can scoot back over here to clear this out. Nice. Hey, level up. Nice. Pretty easy to level up, all things considering. Alright, let's see. We can increase the damage by a significant degree. We get a 0.1% increase for radius every point we take into this. Tempest becomes a blazing inferno. The burn damage would certainly be nice. I could also activate Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, which would also give us some extra elemental damage and energy leech. And it would also increase our damage by percentage. So I should at least get 1 point into this, and then invest the other 2 points into this. That way, it does cost a little bit more energy, but we're also dealing way more damage. So yeah, we increase it from... Hold on. So instead of 3 to 5 damage, 3 to 17, and 9 to 12, it is 6 to 11, 30 to 44 and 19 to 24. So that's double, if not triple, I believe. And then this just gives me a percentage boost if I were to go with this route. Let's see. So currently it's 6 to 11. What happens if I take this? I don't think it does anything. So for now, I am actually just gonna mass invest into Calor's Tempest. Why not? Let's just get this to as high as we can get it, so that way we can just nuke the enemies. So next level, I'll just put all my points into that basket once again. And we'll just make it grow even higher. Why not? Huh. Okay, from here we go around, and then we go out here. And yeah, now we're one-shotting. Nice. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So yeah, with this, the stronger our weapon, the stronger our blast, and overall it's just going to make us even more strong. And the more spirit we have, the more damage that output is going to be. So if we just pursue this, we're just going to be blowing enemies up. We will change it up every now and again just to mix and match the spells, but this area of effect is probably going to be the simplest method to grind out early game. And we'll get a lot of kills as a result, so can't really complain. Not me to do that. There we go. That and that. Okay, not bad. Hey, destructibles go hard. Okay. Well, we've consumed the food, so no big deal there. Alright, anything? Oh, down here. Not bad at all. Okay. And we just need to get around there, so. Alright, we can't go around that way, so we'll have to just go around this way. Down across the bridge. Not impossible to do. Hey, taken out like lickety splits. Oh, there is a portal there. That will lead us somewhere nice, that's for sure. There we go. There we go. Burial Hill. We're at the lower crossing. That is the Burial Hill entrance, so we do need to go there. Just keep spamming this. There we go. That is effectively our gimmick. Just blast the enemy's way with area of effect. Not perfect, but it will get the job done. And slowly but surely we will increase the radius as a result, which will make it even more deadly. Alright, let's see. So, 7 gives us 10% elemental damage. So, on the high end, it's 58. So, at the very least, with a 10% boost, that is... yeah, that'd be 5. Okay, I just had to check to be sure. So, that 58 would be a 63, wouldn't it? It doesn't specify, so for now, just raw bonus is going to be the best choice for us. I could also go into just the replicating missile, but eh. I could also do inner focus as well. That would give us spirit and offensive ability, which is just straight damage output. We'll just focus on the Caldor's Tempest, because that's the most that we're going to get for there. There is also multi-classing, but we're going to be worrying about that in way into the future, once we finally figure out what we're going to do, really. At the very least, what I do know is that we're going to definitely need defenses if we're going to be doing this. Okay. Let's see. Don't need cunning, don't need this. This is technically more damage, but the gun, it gives more fire damage, so that is something worth noting. This gives us more cold. Well, it gives less cold resistance, but it does give poison acid resistance, but we don't need it that badly anyways. What we could do, though, is warp back to base. Yeah, let's warp back to base. We'll sell everything that we don't need, and then we'll go from there.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
We'll just sell everything because we don't need all this just yet. And we've got 2,000 irons. Nice. Okay, we're looking for the parameters of... let's see, what is the main focus of this ability? It is a mix of fire and aether damage, so we want to focus on the fire aspect of things. That's 3-6 fire with 12 physical damage conversion. This is 17% fire damage and 20% burn, but it's cunning. We preferably want a spirit-focused weapon. I guess what I can do is I can get back this, because this increases fire and burn damage. Replace that. Sell that, there we go. Do we want a ring? it would cost us 1,889 for just a 3 to 4 fire damage, which isn't much. I could go with the armor though, because this gives fire and burn damage with a bit of physique. I need something spirit-wise, which is not much.
See you around.
If I could, I would go into there to check, but there isn't really any way to go in there and get such tools, so we're just going to have to abstain from that for now. But we will go into the burial cave and get that done. Alright, let's begin. At the very least, we'll get more resources if we keep going. Okay, nice. If I will say, there is one downside with the build that I've decided to go with. It's that we lack a lot of range. Most of our power comes from dealing with groups, or at least dealing area of effect damage.
My energy is low.
And of course, energy is always going to be a problem, so we will need to...
My energy is low.
So we will need to find an outlet to recover energy fast. I think, honestly, we may need that special thing that gives us more energy. Or we need that level up that gives us that less...
I'm out of energy.
Whatever that thing is. There we go. Okay, there we go. We dealt with Kaizor, which was the biggest thing. We do need a way to get more energy, though. That is a given. We've got scraps, so we can put that there. Here we go, Wanderer's Skull. Fire and Aether damage, which is something we do need. Kaldor's Tempest is something that we will level up, so... This converts Aether and Lightning damage to fire damage when we use Kaldor's Tempest. Or Aether and Lightning damage, rather. So, yeah. It also gives a bonus to pets, which we don't really use pets, but the cooldown reduction for skills is actually pretty good. So yeah, this is the perfect tool for us. At least for right now. This means that most of our damage is going to be fire, I believe. Yeah, the Aether damage is just straight up converted to fire. So, yeah, we deal nearly 250, if not 300 damage in fire. So our damage is going to be ridiculously powerful now. Yeah, we're going to be exploding quite a bit on these enemies. We will go down here, though, because there is a shrine, and shrines do give us more power. And because of how powerful we are, we just walk up to something and take it out. We offer Devotion Point here. There we go. We get Strength. And as a result, we can go into the skills and get Devotion. We are looking for fire. That is going to be our focus henceforth. Let's see. Aether Fire. A small burst of Aether Fire erupts at your target's feet. Huh. It also confuses targets. Flame torrents. Devilish flames swirl around you, incinerating all they touch. Every chance on attack. Let's see. Alternatively, Eldritch Fire. Fissure. Here we go, let's see. Meteor Shower. At your behest, the sky splits open to unleash several barrages of molten rock. I guess this is a buff or area effect? I'm not sure. And then, of course, there's this. I kind of want to do Light of Empyrean. This sounds like a cool thing. A divine light of Empyrean banishes the darkness and sears their foes. More damage to undead and chthonics. Physical damage, 30% chance on hits. And we do a whole bunch of fire damage. Oh. Well, I guess for now we just want to focus on Imp. So we want blue. So the crossroads here is defensive ability. That way we can get into Imp. And we can start off with Aether Fire, which will give us some Aether damage and fire damage as a result, with a 15% chance to trigger on attacks. And considering our attacks will confuse targets, that doesn't hurt. Worst case, I can always respec. It's not like it's a huge ordeal, so we'll start with that. I think that's the best course of action for now. We'll worry about the future later on, but it's clear that fire might be our way forward starting out. At least that's what I'm thinking. You never know. Well, at least the fire is going to be effective for quite a while. The area is probably going to be ridiculous as well, especially once it hits max level. In which case, oh god. That's going to be fun. Okay. Let's see. This does increase elemental damage by 10%, so I will invest 1 point into elemental exchange, and if it does help me recover. Oh, causes the weapons of allies. Wouldn't it be better then to get inner focus? I don't know. Let's see. This would give us bonus energy and energy regen if we get more spirit, so it would technically help if I were to go that route instead. It's a percentage increased. I could also get mental clarity, which would increase our energy, increase our casting speed, and reduce our skill energy cost, which would make this a ridiculously blasting fire attack. I'm just gonna boost that. I feel like just nuking enemies right now is just the best option. But maxing that out is our way to victory right now. At least early on. That's my thoughts on it anyways.
My energy is low.
Okay, but yeah, no, we're running through a lot of energy right now. That is going to be a constant woe, I think. So I guess in our pursuit for strength, we're definitely going to need energy regen to be the focus here. Good energy regen means we will nuke enemies faster. I could just yeah, let's do this. That way, I'm not actually accidentally, casting it by accident. That way I can, trigger it by right-clicking instead, and then I don't have to worry about it accidentally triggering in the wrong way. I.e., I just spam it and I lose energy completely. Hey. Alright, let's go into here. Okay. Okay, a Forsaken Savage Totem. I just want to be careful here. Okay, that was difficult.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, that hurt a little bit, but that's fine. Ow, okay.
I can't
Ow.
do that yet.
Okay.
My energy is low.
Okay, nearly.
I can't do that yet.
Ow. There we go, finally. That was a bit difficult, but we managed it in the end. Okay. Bonus health regen, bonus health, physical damage, pierce damage, and duration damage. Hmm. Well, if it's burn, that is duration damage, is it not? Health and health regen are tempting, but I think we want cunning here. We want cunning so that way we can actually get some more duration damage and extra health. So it might be wise for us to get that instead. I could do more damage, but I don't think that's a wise choice. I could invest more levels into Arcanist. That might be a wise choice. Huh. Although it would be nice to get this up to max, wouldn't it? Let's aim for Elemental Exchange, I think. Not ideal, but it would, at the bare minimum, increase main hand damage, wouldn't it? Besides, it's already increasing elemental damage by 10%, so let's give it a shot. We'll see how it fares. $30.56. Okay, yeah, no, it does increase it just by a slight amount, so there you go. This is gonna leech energy every time we use Caldor's Tempest then. Theoretically, that is. And it does increase elemental damage as well, so that is another benefit. Yeah. And then we'll just increase this to 103, so there you go. That's going to be even more ridiculous now.
I don't have enough energy.
There we go. And we even leveled up from that.
My inventory is full.
Oh. Full inventory. Sucks to suck, but whatever. We'll, I actually leveled up there. I'm kind of surprised. Let's, hop out of here real quick. Tell what we got. And we can also
The
turn
dead
into
attacks have
quests.
slowed and they're...
I'll give you a good price.
Let me just sell some stuff here. Just to give ourselves some room. There we go. You know what, actually? Let's do it this way. There we go. Alright, let's see. What do we not need? We don't need this. Don't need this. We're fine with the skull for a while. Acid and poison damage. This would give us more damage overall. It would decrease the amount of fire damage we deal, though. But it is more damage overall. I'll think about it. Let's sell this, and this.
Put it to good use.
Let's see. So currently we have 44 to 76. Alright, so 76, 253, 164. This, we lose way more, I think, because the fire damage is gone. So we don't want that, so.
See anything you like?
We'll sell this. We don't need this.
Iron well spent.
Hello.
The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source?
I killed the reanimator, yes.
A creature was doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing.
Thank you.
I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison.
We'll speak to them. We don't really need to ask any questions because we're pretty much good on that, so there you go. We don't really need to increase the Condra's elemental exchange right now. I'm more so focused on increasing the Caldor's Tempest, I do believe, so. There we go, just increase that up to its near conclusion. And this should increase our burst to a ridiculous degree. Alright. Okay. We don't really need to... I'm gonna leave the dialogue up. I'll do a mix of the dialogue
The
options.
captain send you over? He must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too fond of being fired in my sleep. I'll need scrap from Lower Crossing.
Alright, so when it comes to dialogue options, I'm probably going to ignore the ones that don't have actual dialogue. But if they do speak, then I will go through them. Why not just lower a bucket into the river?
Have you seen the bodies floating out there? Surface water around here is rank with disease and decay. Our only hope is the well. Now, you can get some scrap, or do I have to settle for sass?
Where can I find it?
Search the ruined houses and the old dumping grounds on the far side of Lower Crossing, past the burial hill. Smash some junk. Search the bodies of those things roaming around out there. Where you get it isn't that important to me, just that you get it soon. We're running out of drinking water. Nothing to be said about ever taking a bath again.
Sure, I'll get it. Why not? Anything over here? Not really. Okay, now we can enter Devil's Crossing proper. That's gonna be nice.
Welcome to my workshop. I saw you fighting the dead out in Lower Crossing, and I dare say you were absolutely brilliant. Evidently, cutting you off that noose was the best decision the captain made that day. Ah, where are my manners? I'm Kasparov, scientist and inventor. What brings you to my humble shop?
The captain said you wanted to speak with me.
Rift gates, yes. The Ethereals use them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours. We have never seen a human, possessed or otherwise, pass through one before. Not a living one, anyway. It was then that I realized that we could put these portals to use. There is something about you that is attuned to the rift gates, and I intend to replicate it.
What?
You don't remember anything, do you? I may have taken some liberties while you were out cold. It was just a few tests, a blood sample or two, nothing major. The results were curious. It appears that your body is still teeming with residual aether energies. Don't worry, you won't be growing any new limbs, probably. But I'm going on tangents here. I believe that, with a correctly tuned pulse of aether energy, we can replicate this phenomenon in a controlled manner, as in without the need for pesky possession. I've been working on just the device to do it, but it needs power. For that, I require aether crystal fragments.
Aether crystals like these.
Excellent. These will do perfectly. I'll just place them into my device here, and... oh my, that's not right. Not at all. That pulse, it wasn't supposed to go off. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3... Yes, my fingers are still intact. Did it reach you too? How do you feel?
I feel stronger.
Ah, Very good. I'm sure a little more aether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more. But you look fine. Fitter than ever. A real shame about the prototype, though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if I had more fragments.
I think we're done here.
We've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot about my apprentice, Starlet. I sent her out to the Burwich Estates to fetch parts for our research, and she's been gone entirely too long. Seems her ineptitude carries beyond just the workstation.
You lost your apprentice.
I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she's my apprentice. Could you please go out there and find that hopeless girl?
I'll keep an eye out. Alrighty. With that, we can now actually go into the estate here. And there's a few quests here.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got
And
left.
of course, we got Devil Crossing rep stuff, so... The mandate of Devil's Crossing is probably the biggest thing that we can invest into. Though I may actually go through the effort of
Put it to good use.
quickly exiting the main menu, going to Steve, and then sending off those mandates, or at the very least, the mandate that will give out more rep for the Devil's Crossing, at least. Now, how I send that, I'm not sure, but I'll
give you a
see.
good price on what I've got left.
So we're just gonna buy this. There we go.
Put it to good use.
And I believe we go to the chest guy here, the smuggler. We go to item transfer specifically. This unlocks ultimate difficulty, unlocks attribute and skill rewards from quests on lower difficulties. Unlocks rift gates on lower difficulties, unlocks all inventory bags. I'll just toss the mandate in here as well. And I guess this Livonius ring is probably going to be a very good thing. But we'll drop those in there.
Safe with me.
And then we'll exit to main menu. We're just going to give this benefit to Kevin just because we can. So we now go into here. And with it, because we've accepted the mandate, we should be able to get some boons out of this. So that'll be nice. So all we do is go to the smuggler here.
Need stashed.
We will take the Savior's merits and the mandates. We'll also take Livonius's ring here, because this is a gift that will start us on the path of significantly more power.
I'll keep an eye out.
And there we go. So let's see. Entering higher difficulties prematurely will pose grave challenges. Be placed into the transfer stash to use on other characters. I guess I could use it. I may now access ultimate difficulty. There we go. Don't have to go there yet, but I am going to be on this difficulty for now. But we do get some boost because of it, so that's nice. We also get a ton of inventory space that will help us along the way. One of the benefits of just being this strong. So that's nice. And I guess we'll put this ring up here as well. Set it up to the first slot. There we go. And now we've got an insane amount of inventory space that will help us along the way. So now... Oh, we've got a lot of portals, huh? Oh, that's fine. We may have the portals to everywhere, but we don't need to go everywhere. We'll simply just go to each area accordingly. So for now, we want to go to Lower Crossing, I believe. There we go.
I can't do that yet.
Hey, level 9. Nice. Okay. We've now maxed out Calidor's Tempest. It's at technically level 18. So that gives us 6 points that we can utilize. I need to decide what I'm going to use those points on. I can't access the second level ability, so we'll have to wait on that. Let's see. I could give this more of an energy cost. But the skill recharge is the issue here, if I were to use it. If I were to get the Wrath of Angervix, I would need to get Mental Clarity. And for us in general, I don't think that's the wise choice. We want to focus on Inner Focus now, I think. Because that will give us way more spirits, which will help our regeneration of energy. How much points did I put in? I put 3 points into this, 5 into this, 0 to this, so put 4 into Cunning, and we'll put the rest into Spirits. So we're going to have a half distribution with Cunning, and we'll have a full distribution with Spirit. So full Spirit, half Cunning, nothing into Physique. Alrighty. And from there, we've got 6 points. If we focus in on Spirit, we can increase our offensive ability, which would increase our... Well, this increases damage overall, wouldn't it? So there you go. Suppose I could also... Yeah, you know what? No. Let's max Inner Focus. That's going to give us 14 spirits and 6 offensive ability. The chance to hit is probably the biggest thing. But the energy boost that comes with an increased spirit is definitely the biggest thing. That's why I'm going for it. Now let's keep going. Hey. That energy does not regenerate that fast, huh? I'm gonna have to get an item that increases our regen.
I don't have enough energy.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have enough energy.
Okay, that's another boss.
My energy is low.
Okay,
My energy is low.
Do a weapon attack on this side. Okay. Ow.
I can't do that yet.
And I did. GG. Well, that's not too surprising. Alright, well, that's fine. We just go back to the burial ground, and we just gotta get it back. So the issue is definitely, like, the lack of energy. If I can't increase my energy, or at the very least increase my survivability when I have energy, then I'm going to be in a rough spot no matter what I do.
I don't have enough energy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to find a way to get some more energy. Or a cheaper spell, even. I don't know. One of the two. Okay, let's put a portal there just so if I do end up perishing again, I'll be at the ready. Yeah, I managed to get some experience back. Nothing too crazy, though. It's only 16 points. Okay.
I can't do that yet.
I think what I need right now is burn. If I can get some burn, that wouldn't hurt. Okay, recovery.
I'm out of energy.
Okay.
My energy is low.
Okay. Done. Took a bit, but we managed to do it in the end. Okay, Berserker's Cowl. Bleed, yeah, no, nothing too crazy. I'm level 9 now. That's not bad. Toss this here. Again, the corrosive tail is something. More damage, but it does acid and poison, which we don't need. We need fire. Which is, unfortunately, something we don't have. There we go, scrap.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, nearly.
I can't do that yet. My energy is low.
Okay. One. There we go.
My energy is low.
Okay, nearly.
My energy is low.
This guy's difficult. Okay.
I don't have enough energy.
Man, this guy's difficult.
My energy is low.
Okay. And I get one shot there. Damn. Whew. What a pain. Good thing I portaled up. Yeah, no, I had a feeling that guy was gonna one-shot me if I, failed, so there you go, I guess. Damn. Ow.
I can't do that yet.
Okay. And slowly but surely. Nice try. Done. Finally. That was a pain. But in turn, we get a whole bunch of stuff. Alright. Nice. We are now level 10, though, and that gives us a boost to all damage, some experience boost, and elemental resist. That is going to be our equipment for the ring, at the very least. And then we just boost up Spirit again. There we go. Definitely need to increase our survivability, though. Energy regen is definitely going to be a core aspect that we need to focus on, though. We're going to aim for the pierce damage, spirit, and energy regen. The spirit and energy regen is probably the most important, though. Because that's going to help our energy regen go quite faster. Or it will go faster, rather. Okay, we can choose a secondary class if we so wish. Demolitionist is tempting. It will give us fire, lightning, burn, and electrocute damage. Inquisitor is also tempting because it will nerf. It will give a overall a boost to main attack damage, which would also count as bursting rounds here. This is a ranged technique that activates off of default weapon attacks. So this technically counts as a weapon attack. So I think, anyways. If I were to go Inquisitor, I could do some insane fire build, but I think I'm going to focus on Arcanist first. I'll worry about that sort of stuff later. Now, if I want to increase my power, I think increasing Arcanist level is going to help. Because I will need to focus into mental clarity and get one level at least into Inferno, so that way the light damage is ignored, but I can still get fire damage boosted. I can also power level up to... because I need to get to level 32 to get mental clarity, which is the core of what we're looking for. And that's going to take quite a bit of time, so for now, we're going to prioritize getting our spirit up to ridiculous levels. That is probably going to save us the most. At least that's how I see it, anyways.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, ignore everything there. Get that clear, there we go. Okay, go along here. Okay, not bad at all. I'm already at 200 spirit, dang. Not bad. Go.
My energy is low.
Okay, I nearly nuked him. There we go. We are doing something right, at least. But I'm definitely going to need more ways to increase energy. Okay. Okay. So far, so good on the exploration, anyways. Anything around here? Not really. Aside from like a few uprooted stumps. But that's not really gonna solve our problems, is it? Okay, so the cave was here before, but I guess it moved because we had to reload the game a bit. That's fine. By reloading the game, the difficulty does spike, so... that's just inevitable. That's probably why it got so hard and why I died a few times, mainly, isn't it? That makes the most sense to me, anyways. Ooh, energy regen. I need that. It's better. It's going to be better than the 5% defense. Because we do need that energy regen to go stupid fast. Okay, let's give it a chance to regen.
I don't have enough energy.
Here we go. Hey, nice. Whole bunch of various loot types here. Can't be bad. Ooh, we do need an ancient heart. Those are gonna be nice. Put some of these items away here. Great. Okay, let's quickly just take these out here. Take this. Put that there. Alright. Put this here, there we go. I don't really need this, so we can just leave that there. Alrighty. This belt is well, we can't wear the belt is the problem, but it is a good spirit-based item. We do need the energy regen. That's the most important part here, isn't it? Heal cooldown is pretty good. We are definitely going to need a better magic main hand, though, I think. Okay, there we go. More spirit. Put a portal down so we can go sell some stuff.
I'll give you a good price and what I've got
Alrighty.
left.
We don't need two-handed, and this is cold anyway, so... this actually has spirit, doesn't it? Oh no, it runs off spirits. That's it. Okay. Why does it run off physique and... Why does it run off physique, though? Oh, so you need physique anyways to get, Oh, I see. So I can't really use cunning if I don't... If I want to use, any sort of, defense when it comes to... Huh. Okay, that's annoying. So I guess I am going to have to put points into physique as well. So I guess I'll put half points into physique and cunning, and then I'll just max into spirit. It's not ideal, but it's better than the alternative, so... So I guess we are going to get physique eventually, so there you go. We don't necessarily need these, so we'll sell that. Don't need these, sell that. Anything two-handed, we probably don't need. For Aether, no. Oh, here we go. Casting daggers. This could be good. Chaos damage. 7% fire. 10% fire. 14% fire. A 19% burn. This is looking good. 8% fire. 15% fire. With a 19% burn. So this Chaos Dagger is looking appealing. It also has a boost to Spirit, which is also good. So this is looking like the best dagger so far. Aether, fire damage, burn damage, no. 20 fire, 19 burn, with the conversion to Aether, but as far as cunning. So this would probably be the better weapon when it comes to damage output at the very least, but we lose out on a percentage of damage. Or we lose 6 points of damage, whereas this doesn't lose damage. We do lose out on fire damage, though, is the problem. So that's the only issue. Okay. No guns with that, so there you go. I think I do still keep this, because the spirit boost is definitely a big improvement that we need. We don't need health regen, don't need this. Alright. Don't use lightning or electrocute. We don't use bleed, so this is a useless ring. Sell that. We don't need the salt bag anymore. It's only 5 less damage for ethereal, so I'll keep it just in case, because I like it. So cunning and energy regen. We get energy regen at the same price as this. The only difference is we get offense and defense boost, which increases our to hit and crit, as well as defense, but I digress. We don't need... Well, we do need this, because this will increase our defenses, period. Better than the offense there. So that. We don't need this, because we got the skull, that's better. Don't need this. The gloves are weaker than the infantry van braces. Well, actually, no, hold on. Defensive ability... Let's see, if we take this off... Okay, armor and defensive ability are different. Okay, defensive ability increase allows us to avoid hits more often. Okay. We don't really need that, so we'll sell it. Yeah, so our armor rating overall just increases armor absorption, really. So that's damage reduction, if anything. So sell that. Nope. Nope. We do want to keep this, so we'll put that there. Pierce and Aether, no. Defensive ability, tempting, but no. Physique, cunning, health, and energy regen. That's actually really good, so we'll go with that, as opposed to the other helm. It's slightly weaker than the this helm, but the energy regen makes up for it. This gives us some resistance, and it's way better pants. This would be nice, but we need more physique to carry it. So there you go. Sell that, sell that. Alright, there we go.
Put it to good use.
It'll do. Alright, I'm going to take a small 5-minute break, but when I return, I will keep going. So I will see you guys in a bit. Take care. Alright. Apologies for the delay. I am now back. Let's get back into things. So, for us, I guess we go to the portal here. That should be good enough. And we'll see how things go. We are a little weaker than I want, but I guess to be fair, we are nuking enemies quite quickly, so aside from the issue of energy, we're doing well. So if we can find a way to deal with our lack of energy, we basically are good. I guess the best way would obviously be to, you know, level up Spirit. But even then, that doesn't really seem to be doing it as fast as I want it to. It is helping, though. I guess I could increase my Arcanist level. That would be, next best thing. No, let's just max out Inner Focus. Get that all full out and, ready to go. Because that'll help us, in the long run anyways, so there you go. If we could, get something that increases our area of effect, though, that'd probably be the biggest thing for us. Oh, a Slith necklace. We want those.
My energy is low.
Nice. Oh, hello, what's this? Well, I'm not complaining. Cave entrances like this give us quite the boon. Hey, can't be bad. Okay. Alright, we get some rover rep. We will have to go to the rovers eventually, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. Aside from some defensive issues, we're basically doing well. So we will have to figure out what we're going to do with defense-wise, though. Because we can only do so much with it, right? We are definitely going to need a better weapon, though. Cunning Spirits. Slightly less energy rating per second, but our Spirit and Cunning increase as a result. This is actually slightly better. We'll wear that. Damage-wise, yeah, nothing too crazy. We'll be fine. But it does appear that, yeah, it appears most gear requires, physique and, spirit. So you can't really play a... Well, you can. You just can't play a good ranged mage. Ah, well. Not my concern. We're more focused on the, Arcanist, blowing things up thing. A lot of energy potions, though. Hey, level 12, nice. Okay. Right. Leveling up. Let's see. We've already got those levels. The best way we can continue forward now is, I guess, Condra's mental exchange would give us the regeneration, but we'd lose out on energy reserves, I do believe. So that's the only issue. Physical damage converted into elemental damage. Yeah, we don't need this, but we can still use this, though. The cost, obviously, is just losing out on... we can either get more energy regen, which is probably the way to go. We're gonna have to go with the energy regen, aren't we? Because the more energy regen we get, the better. We also get energy leech as part of this as well, so... It's hard not to say no to this, huh? Alternatively, I increase the energy, in which case, there you go. It really just depends how we want to approach it. Yeah, let's focus on maxing Iskandra's elemental exchange. Doing that will reduce our reserves, but it will increase the amount we can cast. It's, in general, just a snowball effect. We're going to start putting points to physique, because we do need to at least get to... But we need the points to at least get armor. So there you go. Or at least get better armor, that is. I suppose, worst case, I could just sack it and focus purely on a physique spirit build like I have done before. Blood Carver, huh. That. Level 14 cunning weapon with bleed effects. Okay, not good. Not my cup of poison, if anything. Oh well. The regeneration's getting ridiculous now. But maybe it was Iskander that we did need to invest in. Otherwise our energy regen wouldn't be this fast. But it's clear we need to bolster it like crazy. If we want to make the most of it. Okay, Vital Essence, Blood Seal. Hey. You know, now that I think about it, I haven't actually applied... I haven't applied the Searing Ember to anything yet, so that alone is another thing that we can do. Worst case, we can also use Polished Emeralds or other things that will increase our regeneration. It's not like I'm lacking options for things that will make us better. Yeah, so I think what we need is Searing Ember to be bolstered. That's the biggest thing. It can be used on weapon shields and casters offhands, so I can put it on these and give ourselves a slight boost. I'll put one on this, definitely, because this is definitely going to give us more points. And we can put it on our weapon, I suppose. This will give us an additional 2 to 4 fire damage and... more percentage fire damage, and we got so many of them right now that we can just use them. There will be a time where we combine them into something, you know, immense. But for now, we just need these small boosts. That'll be enough. As a result, it will nuke enemies by an additional 24%. So we're doing a ridiculous amount of damage. At least 1,000, give or take. One thing I do want to swap out is probably the weapon, though. We do need a high damaging melee weapon, I think. If we do that, then we'd be able to nuke most enemies away.
I don't have enough energy.
At least it'd make our job easier, at least. So far, so good. Okay. Nearly died there, but that's fine. Hey. Alright, cure-wise, let's see. I'll put that there for now. More damage, not enough fire. If I were to use anything, this would probably be it, but we need to be level 14 to even consider using it. But it would give us a cooldown reduction on skills, so in general, that's a decent choice. We just plop on a fire on that, and there we go. That's just a better weapon in general. At the very least, the overall percentage damage would be enough, I think. Not perfect, but it would cover some of the weaknesses we have. Not by much, but it would do something. Defensibility, energy per second, and casting speed, which is exactly what we need. We'd lose out on a bit of spirit, but that's a small price to pay in order to get more energy regen and casting speed. And the ability to avoid attacks isn't a bad thing either, so that's nice. Now we just gotta go around here because we can't actually cross that bridge because it's broken. And off we go. Probably use move 2 instead. Don't exactly want to be using the gun, now do I? Here we go. Got a portal up there, so we should probably grab it. Well, not... We actually don't need to grab it, I don't think. We know where it is. Yeah.
I don't have enough energy. I can't do that yet.
There we go. Just a bit of kill in there, and there we go. Easy peasy. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, there should be a group of traders somewhere up here. Otherwise known as the Rovers. But for now, let's just... Yeah, we can just secure this area. No big deal. Ooh, a Jacket of Arcane Lore. This gives us elemental damage, spirits, a reduction to attribute requirements, and elemental resistance. This isn't bad. It also gives... Yeah, that's perfect armor for us. No, we need some good leggings, though. Or better leggings, anyways. We also need some better gloves. Alright, well, for now, let's enter a portal and let's go back to Devil's Crossing. Let's go handle that real quick. Just sailing, anyways.
See anything you like?
This. I can just sell this, it's fine. Don't need that. No. More spirit wouldn't hurt. I can wear this. Yeah, put that on. We lose out on some fire damage, but our spirit increases, so it just means more damage that way instead. We'll sell this. Does mean we lose some resistances, but that's fine. I very much would like this Blood Carver, but... Let's see. Fire. So... Good there. Fire damage, 14 burn chance. Less damage than what we're using currently. Sell those. The cunning's tempting, but no, we don't need that. Go to that. Go there. Alright. And neither of these work, really, for damage, so we need a better weapon. And we're we're gonna have to hunt down a better weapon, or make one, even.
Put it to good use.
Let's see if we can't make a better weapon. Let's see.
See anything you like? Iron well
Was it
spent.
quartermaster? I don't think we can actually make it, can we? We might be able to transfer one, so give me a second. Let's exit the main menu. Let's go to, let's see if Steve has anything. I know he has a lot of gear that he hasn't used, so maybe there's like a fire-based equipment he can give.
I can't do that yet.
Alright. Hello,
Safe storage,
smuggler.
no questions asked.
Fire. Let's see. There's the mythical one-handed axe. We're looking for something at a level that, the low levels can use. None of them seem to be the fitting requirements. Which is not too surprising. There's a lot of good stuff, though, for fire, but nothing really fits the level amount, so I guess we can quickly go make one. Or try to. Let's see, what did I use to
Let's
make
see
one?
what I can do here.
Want transmog. What was it? It's been a while, if you couldn't tell, so I figured it out. Ah, anvil, right. Here we go.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
Okay, so we need a enchanted fire implement. Preferably something that's got a specific level that's fit for fire. A double-barreled pistol is probably the best choice, isn't it? It does require a bit of cunning, but it is the best weapon for the character in question. That's going to give a ton of... Oh.
If you happen to find any blueprints,
Okay, never mind.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Okay. Well, we can't use that method, unfortunately, so we're just going to go back to Kevin. I'm not too surprised. It can be helped. We'll just use the other method. To that end, I guess we could try and, yeah, no, the guy isn't there at the moment, so we won't be able to rely on that method, so... I guess the best choice is to get to level 14 and get this equipped, so... Off we go. I believe I need to go to Whitemire here. Guess I could quickly, before I go back to Devil's Crossing, get some of those quest completes and go from there. Why not?
Did you get the scrap? Perfect. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First glass is on me.
Like that?
Well, the good news is I got the water pumping again. The only problem is it smells like a sewer. Only about a tenfold worse. Well, I haven't smelled something this rotten since...
Since when?
Since I've cleared out a den of slith ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for them, but nearly always fatal to us. I bet good iron there's a nest in that cave that fuels our pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need you to go down there and kill it.
Okay, how do I get to Gabe?
This key will open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the Slith matriarch that's likely polluting our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
Sounds like plan. Alright, any quests that need to be done?
Have you happened to find...
Haven't found them yet, so let's see. Alright, let's go through the trap door and let's go and clear out the Slith. Why not? Someone's got to do it. Alright, not bad. So we cleared out most of them then. Okay, where we go here? Just keep going. No trouble at all. That hurt, but that's fine. Set up a portal just to be safe. You never know when enemies will cause you trouble. All right. We got a few things here. Nothing too crazy. Alright, we will now go over here. Take out the spooters when we get a chance. Are.
My energy is low.
Okay. Not bad. Cleared out them quite easily. Okay. Got some better gear, it seems. We do need more physique if we want to wear some of this stuff, but looking like we're getting some good stuff, though. Battered shell, we'll put that there. Here we go. Alright. Hey, got it. A new level. One step closer to getting that complete. Or getting to level 14, which will increase our damage output. Although I suppose, in a way, this is also increasing our damage output as well as our energy regen, so there is that plus going for us. And again, the same can be said for Inferno if we were to get it. Well, for now, invest into that. That's going to give us even more elemental damage and energy regen, so the investments is there. Go. These are better pants, so we'll just wear those temporarily until we get better pants on top of better pants. Wear this gives us physique and defense, so that's good. Don't really need the decaying gold band, so we're just going to ignore that. Off we go. At the very least, the leg pants were needed. Go. And off we go into the wooden door. Okay, so far, so good. We'll have to deal with the slith at a later date from that area. Oh god. Nearly perished there.
I can't do that yet.
That hurt. Gonna be in for a rough time if that's gonna be a constant. Oof. Definitely gonna need damage reductions across the board if we want to keep doing what we're doing here. Here we go. Give it a chance to regen. This direction now. Boom. Here we are. Go around like here. Here we go. Okay, and we go through here. Okay, portal up just to be safe. All right.
That skill's not ready.
Right.
I can't do that yet.
All right, carefully just move back. There we go. And I'm definitely going to need a burn of sorts.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Hey, got him. Took a bit of maneuvering, but we got it. Killed Bill off the Bill off with not too much difficulty, I would say. Some difficulty, but not enough to be a concern. Okay. Spirit and movement speed would probably be best. We'd also get some more armor, so that in its own is good. Acid, elemental damage, burn. This ring is actually pretty decent, I believe. What's this? Spirit, offensive ability, and health regen? Nope. Spirit, health, and energy regen. This is better. This ring is pretty stacked. Elemental damage is overall boost, so there you go. Acid, we don't really need, but it is better than what we've got currently. We lose out on 1 energy per second, but we do get energy in general, so that's better. That'll at least give us more casting ability. And a damage never hurt. So we should be able to nuke most things now. At least in this instance right now. Okay. Give ourselves a moment to wait, so that way we can get the charge for our spells, so that way we can nuke with our energy.
I can't do that yet. My energy is low. I'm out of energy.
Here we go. Got him. Took a bit, but we managed to do it. Oh, we got Molten Walkers. That could be good. I don't know. Fire damage, spirits, defensive ability, movement speed, fire resistance. The fire resistance is okay, but everything else is meh. It's a blue item, so it can be better in general. The armor alone is good, so we're gonna go with the Molten Walkers. You ignite the very ground you step on. Tempting. I'll have to give it some thought, but definitely defense is what we're gonna need, so definitely gonna have to get more school. Alright, before I do depart, we do need to do the shrine. And we're also going to check this little patch there, because we didn't check there yet. So, let's activate the shrine. Here we go. Brings us to level 14. We get a devotion point for our troubles. And we can bring this up to level 10, which will increase our energy regen up to 55, among other things. Yep, confirm changes. We've now got another points that we can invest into. I guess we invest into the Imp, which gives us fire and aether damage. And when we get enough, we can invest into Aether Fire, which is a small burst that will deal fire damage and some aether damage on top of that. So yeah, we're going to invest into that. That is going to increase our damage significantly. So yeah, our fire is going to go ridiculously hard. Honestly, I'm tempted to just leave those creatures, but at the same time, I kind of want to do full clears if I can. The more clean our execution of the enemy, the better. Besides, we got a lodestone, so it was worth it coming back. Just a little bit. Alright. Back to Devil's Crossing. Turn into quests for the sewer situation. We should be good.
Any luck clearing out those sliths? People are starting to beg me for water. I don't know how many more times I can say it'll melt your guts before they just rush me and take it.
I've taken care of it.
Well done. Once I pump out the remaining poison water, the spring should be clean enough for drinking. I'll make sure to let people here know how much help you've been. They'll be grateful that they can get a drink without dissolving their intestines. One more thing. Take my rucksack. Useful for hauling back scrap or whatever else you come across. I'm too old for that stuff now.
Think. Might be a help. We get an expanded inventory, even though we've already got an expanded inventory, so kind of useless, but hey, it's there. We boost our physique up again. That brings us to 86. So it's going to be even better for us to wear gear now. I guess we wear the Molten Walkers here. This is more armor for it, what it's worth. Not as much movement speed, but we do get fire damage and some base spirits, so there you go. Stormcaller. The energy regen, the elemental resistance, and the spirit is probably the biggest thing. The cold and lightning damage is useless to us, but hey, the armor is the biggest thing as well. So this is just going to make us more durable. And of course, the Blood Carver. We suffer a minus 62 damage per second if we were to equip it. So 400 to... So 674, 454, and 350. Versus... Yeah, this is a net reduction to damage, so we don't need this.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. You see anything you
Okay,
like?
anyways. We don't need this, don't need this, that. Cauldrons are just barely enough that we can equip them. It will give spirits and a bunch of resistances, so it's actually better. We'll equip that. This gun is useless, so we'll sell that. These gloves are way better, so we can equip these instead. There we go. This will make our life a little easier. And we actually increase our physique as a result of that, so... let's see. Offensive and defensive ability versus just defensive ability. Yeah, this belt isn't that good, actually, now. Sell this. Let's see. We don't raise skeletons, so no point in getting that. This. A 9% spirit boost. Tempting, but the energy is more important. These would be better if we can get the physique for them. These aren't good. This is this. Would probably be the best belt for us. We just need the physique for it, which I don't know. I don't think we'd be able to get the physique for it. Let's see. What's better, this or this? This gives fire and cold. We don't really need fire and cold. We more so need pierce resistance. Elemental resistance is really good, and reduced stun duration is actually better. So we'll sell this and keep these. We don't really need the vitality and chaos damage, do we? Not really, no. So we'll sell these too. Alrighty. Let's see, what fire-based effects do we have here?
See you around.
Alright. Nothing good, but it's good
See
enough for
anything
me.
you like?
Devil's Musket is tempting. If we can get that, that gives us the fire that we need. Let's see. Fire. Yeah, the Devil's Musket is quite literally the best thing here. Devil's Badge of Flame is also good, as is the Song of Elements. The Elite Devil's Musket goes hard as well. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go with the Devil's Musket for damage. At least that's what I'm
It's a good
thinking,
use.
eventually. But we'll see what we go for. Oh, there's a quest here, though. Hello.
Good, you're back. I've heard good things from both Kasparov and Barnabas. You're a real asset to this community.
Thank you.
One of my scouts came back with news making our next move clear. The dead are heavily concentrated in Burwich Village to the north, past the swamps of Whitemire. There must be a reason why. Perhaps the ethereal behind these attacks is there. We can't know for sure without investigating deeper.
How can I help?
You've proven yourself quite resourceful thus far. Your ability to secure rift gates for human use could be a turning point in our situation. With all the activity around Burwich, there's bound to be a rift gate. If you can capture it, that will give us a solid foothold in the area.
Alright, how do I get to Burwich?
Follow the road north through Whitemire. Though in the current state of things, you'll likely have to leave the road behind well before you reach the village. Keep pressing north and you will eventually reach the outskirts of Burwich. It's surrounded by a palisade wall, so you will have to find a way inside. Once you've secured the rift gate, return to Devil's Crossing.
Alright. Ready. Oh, hello.
Greetings, child. I am pleased to see that the taint of possession has left you. Should you require it, I offer spiritual guidance to the survivors. I will gladly extend this service to you.
Spiritual guidance.
Troubled memories can cloud the mind and torment the spirit. With my guidance, you can move past these painful thoughts and begin anew.
Are you the one who stopped me when I was possessed?
My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to devise a trap with which we were able to contain you and the ethereal that controlled you. It was not until the noose was firmly around your neck that the spirit left you, though.
And why haven't you dealt with the reanimator then?
I'm afraid that I am not at all fit for combat, which from my understanding was more than necessary for you to reach the reanimator's lair. I was only able to subdue the ethereal within you with the use of a trap, which would have required the reanimator to come to us, just as you have.
I understand. I'll return should I require your services. You get some experience from meeting the spirit guide, but otherwise nothing too crazy. We'll have to build our way up before we can actually get a that double-headed pistol. But I digress. we still got to do some more investigation into Whitemire, so... The investigation continues. There we go. I guess I can just go up here, because I do need to check and see if I can't find the, what's it is? The merchant camp. I'm fairly certain they're somewhere around here. Yeah, here they are. We have a deal. You. There we go. We get a ring. Gives us more damage to Beastkin, some energy regeneration. It's actually one of the few rings that actually does help us quite a bit, actually. Not by much here, though. Yeah, the most we're getting is 11 elemental damage and some burn damage, but we don't do burn damage yet, so... That's 11% damage boost. Energy, defense, and a lot of health regen. This would give us energy regen, 10% damage boost, specifically to Beastkin, and it gives us a bundle of resistances to poison, vitality, and elemental. I kind of like the other ring for in this case. We'll just sell that. We're looking for fire, obviously. These weapons are good. Annoying. Alright, well, whatever. Soon enough, we'll get better gear. It's a matter of time. Okay, so far so good. I think when I do eventually reach a certain threshold, I'll probably swap from this to a beam or something. I'm not sure. Something high level that I can constantly use. Because I do believe in the skill window here. Yeah, there's the Aether Ray. Requires a caster offhand at 100% cast speed. Deals damage and drains energies every 0.24 or every 0.24 seconds. So it's basically a constant beam of magic that just nukes enemies. That's one option we can go for. Defensive sheet creates a protective shield around the caster, but at great cost of concentration. Damage absorption wouldn't be a bad thing for us. The same can be said for conversion. We'll have to think about that later, but Halidor's Tempest is obviously the focal point here, so prioritizing that. I guess I can go into the cave entrance again, but we don't need to go into the den again, to my knowledge. But we're definitely going to have to level up at this point. Or at the very least, increase our levels within Arcanist. Either that or increase the amount of damage we're doing with fire. One of the two. Either which way, we're going to do a lot, so we should be fine. Definitely gonna need something for energy, though. Some heavy energy regen will save our life. I do believe there are ways to make it. We just need a blacksmith of sorts. That's the biggest thing. Hello. Alright. Ooh, these cauldrons do fire damage. Hold on. Yeah, let's wear these. Yeah, they give fire damage, so while they do have less armor, they're going to be more damage for us, so there you go. They'll need better pants, though. You know what? Let's go into the den. Why not? Who knows? Maybe it will yield something nice. Very least, it's more minions that we can take out, so there you go. So, that's not bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got pants that give fire resist. We'll just wear those temporarily. Physique Cunning Spirit increases armor. Eh. Okay, we go up here. Okay. Alrighty. Don't need that. Okay, let's keep going. Should be able to reach an altar around here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, a desecrated altar specifically. So I do believe the desecrated altar will require a battle to succeed in. There we go. Easy peasy. That gives us another divine point, which will allow us to get spirit defensive ability. Then we can increase our physique and aether resistance as a result, which is another thing on top of that. Go. Alright, so far so good. I think that covers everything here, don't it? Yeah. There we go. Exit out of here. And we should be good. Would definitely be nice to get a higher damaging weapon. This is actually a casting weapon, isn't it? Huh. Let's see, 3A7, 746, 504. Not that big a difference. Yeah, no, the gun is better though, obviously, but this has more effects. If it was more fire-oriented, I'd definitely use it. That just seems to be the woe, though. You can't really, utilize anything beyond that, huh? Yeah, definitely gonna need more fire. Another portal. Not too bad. And we got scorching gloves. Ooh. Fire damage. It's not as good as the other ones, but it's decent. Alrighty then. Wait, what's over here? I guess we go across here.
I don't have enough energy.
Hey, just spammed to win. And we leveled up to 15. Hey, can't be bad. Okay, so let's increase physique up by another point, and we need to put points into cutting and physique once more, and then we can put 2 points into spirit, and just continue that scaling route. That should be the majority of our setup complete. We just need to keep leveling up like that. But I digress. Alright. With that, all of our points have been exchanged. We've got 100% increase into elemental damage. We get 167 elemental damage on top of that. We leech 56 energy per second in a 12-meter radius. We also have an increased energy regen of 60%. We also got an inner... Yeah, we basically got a very high potency boost to everything. Now, next on our list, let's see. A defensive ability would be nice, but not necessary right now. We're more concerned about getting... I guess damage absorption would probably be the next best thing for us. But it's not desperately needed, I don't think. But then again, we do need a lot regardless, so... At least our regeneration is swift enough that it's starting to pick up somewhat. It should start catching up with us soon enough. It's gonna take time more than anything. That's another star on our list. I'm starting to reach the point where I might want to start ignoring commons and just focusing on uncommons and all that. Starting to reach that point anyways. Okay. Alright, let's go in. Let's ignore those guys for now. Sell what we can here.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Let's sell everything that is orange and aim for only the greens. Okay. I can wear these pants, so no reason to not. These are slightly better stat-wise, but the other ones are better armor-wise. I'm gonna go with the armor over the stat. Yeah. We don't need this. This is probably the more interesting of weapons, huh? We need fire specifically. Fire and burn. That is a lot of fire burn. That could actually be really decent. Oh, 1 second. Alrighty, I need to do some stuff, so I will be right back shortly. But when I return, I will be going for like 5-10 more minutes. See you guys in a bit.
Iron will
Alright, back to
Come
it.
see what's left of my wares.
Okay. Well, obviously we want to wear this. This is better than what we've got currently. So we'll sell that. One second. Hey, I think I want to wear these gloves instead, actually. Because they do give a 3% increase to armor. But I can't do that, because otherwise I lose the requirements for these. Which does require my physique. So we'll sell that. Is the axe better?
Iron well spent.
That's another thing. Because it says it's better. Let me do a quick calculation. Hold on. And what was the last calc? 527. Alright, and with this, if I were to equip it, it'd be 396, which is lower, 732, which is lower, and 495, which is lower. So, oddly enough, this firearm is better than this. Now, if I am going to try this just to see if it does change anything. With it, it brings it up to 451, which is better, 750, which is worse, and 507, which is worse. So yes, it does increase, but not by much. Or not in a good way anyways. So comparatively, we're getting like 100 damage. Yeah, we're missing out on 100 damage, so this axe is actually worse.
I'll give you a good
Weirdly
price
enough.
on what I've got left.
But then again, to be fair,
See
that
you
weapon
around.
doesn't really have any anything going for it, so makes sense. Alas, we will clear out this cave real quick, and then we'll probably call it from there. But for now, let's go into the cave entrance, take out the enemy, and go from there. Okay, small cave. We've actually been here, so we don't actually need to worry about it. Never mind. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else that we need to accomplish before I go? I suppose there's this guy. Just quickly deal with the enemy here. Nothing too crazy. Just gotta throw myself at the enemy. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. Let's see. Is there anything else down here? I guess there is a few things here and there. I do believe an enemy will pop up from here. Yeah, over here. Good thing, we are basically a walking bomb. That can destroy most enemies. I guess, in a way, we've created Kevin, who is the... I wouldn't say he is exactly this, but he is sort of like King Crimson, in a weird sort of way. With the click of a button, I explode. It's an interesting existence to be that, but I digress. I'm not complaining, at least. Alrighty. Well, regardless, I am going to wrap it up here. We've managed to make our way all the way up to Foggy Bank Rift. Of course, there is a few areas that we have yet to explore, mainly this section of the map. But that's no big deal, because we've got plenty more to explore next time anyways, and hopefully, by next stream, we will have increased our ability to spam Kaldor's Tempest. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream all the same. I know I did. I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody. Have a good day.